so many people are depressed about themselves and about life, and I don't want you to be one of them. And the world is good at turning people against themselves and being down on themselves, feeling crappy about themselves. And I don't want you to live in that misery. I want you to have hope in yourself and hope for yourself. I'm Accolon, and I've had an edge in overcoming these obstacles and being able to push back on the world trying to turn me against myself and overcome all the reasons to not feel good, going through the tough stuff in life and just regular everyday living, the challenges to be motivated, to be inspired, to feel good, to want to get up out of bed in the morning and handle the day and feeling confident to do so. There's been so many times that I feel so good against the odds right now. I feel so much better than my challenges or circumstances or struggles would dictate that I should feel, and that most people feel miserable in these circumstances or challenges or for all these reasons there are to be miserable. And I'm not. And I've wanted in those moments time and again, felt, okay, I feel this good. I want other people to feel this good going through the challenges of day-to-day life and the tough stuff in life. And that's where this video series comes in to help you. Okay, I'm chiming in. As in my edge, I have an edge in helping with these inner battles, and that's spiritual Kung Fu warriorship. I am a spiritual Kung Fu warrior, so I'm bringing this vantage point to the conversation of how to not be depressed. Now, in part 3 here, we're building on the first 2 steps, obviously, but part 3 is a skill, a mental skill. It's part of mental mastery that helps with mental emotional mastery. Okay, and I'm a self-mastery trainer. This tool here is crucial to being able to get up out of bed and feel like you want to in the morning, and to go through your day in a good way, and to gain motivation and to be able to actually enjoy life, even while there are reasons not to enjoy life. To enjoy things in your life, even though you're going through a tough situation or there's some pain that you're going through. To still be able to connect with life and enjoy it. Okay? And what this skill is overcoming the mind's mental shutdown reflex. The mind has a reflex to shut down when it gets triggered by fear and anxiety and worry and insecurity, especially if the ego gets triggered into insecurity. That makes the mind shut down all the quicker. But when the mind shuts down in this mental shutdown reflex, it's meant as a coping skill. It's to help you cope, but what it does is it puts the blinders on to what feels good and what you could be enjoying. And it closes you off from and disconnects you from what you could be enjoying in yourself and in your day-to-day living, into your circumstances, into your life, and life in general. Okay, that mental shutdown reflex, it's a disconnect. And when I say it puts the blinders on, it's a disempowered state that turns off your inner strength and hyper focuses you on what triggered the mental shutdown reflex. Because it's an instinct of, okay, well, there's this problem or this concern, this worry, and I gotta focus everything on it to solve it. But then when the mind shuts down, it closes you off to your abilities to handle it, your inner resources, your inner medicines to heal through the pain, or your inner strengths. And in that state, in that mental state, it brings up unhappy emotion, right? It brings up emotional pain. And then if the mind stays that way long enough, it takes over. That's how you get stuck in anxiety and emotional pain and being down. And guess what? It's no surprise if your energy goes, if you're the being up and motivated and positive and feeling energetic enough to help yourself and do things and accomplish things and make things better, it gets undercut. The wind gets right out of your sail. It's the mind shuts down and disconnects you in your awareness and in your perceptions of what you can enjoy. And it's like a curtain between you and enjoyment. It's like a wall between you and energy and motivation. The mind clamps down and then hyper focuses on what the worry, the problem, the concern is. And then you're stuck there in a disempowered state. If you overcome this, if you open your mind back up, if you're able to do that, then your mind then is open to connect you to what feels good. It's a big difference. The mind shuts down, you go into a disempowered, unhappy state. And when the mind's open, you can get back to connecting again with your inner strength, with what there is to enjoy in life and in your situations and in yourself, even while going through the challenges or while there are things to be concerned about. It's not either or. A lot of people get stuck in thinking it's one or the other. Either you're great and things are wonderful, or you're just down and life sucks. It's one or the other. Either there's no problems or it's all problems. Or you're stuck in the middle of pretending, making it like appear as if there's no problems, but then there are. But then that's just appearances. But then really you're still in the mindset and stuck in problems. And being exhausted by them, trying to find the energy. So the mind closed or the mind open. This skill, this step 3, is overcoming that mental shutdown reflex the mind has. Now there's one way to do that is just you start with being aware that that's happening. When you think of it, oh, this is a function of the mind right now that's closing me off from feeling like I'm capable and feeling confident or secure, and puts you in a disempowered state. When you think of it, oh, it's a mental function that just happened, then it doesn't have to be your whole reality. It doesn't have to take over. Instead, it's the mind closed down, cut me off from what feels good and from feeling I'm capable and from my inner strengths and inner resourcefulness. And I need to connect to those things again. So you realize you got closed off from that. Your mind shut down. You got separated, disconnected from those good feel things. And that it's a matter of opening the mind up. And I'm not saying that's always easy to do, but it's when you think of it as, it's a function, and you can change what the function of the mind is doing. So if the mind shut down reflexively, and that's causing more misery, and it's making it easier to be resentful and fearful and feel hopeless, all that stuff, and demotivated. You go, well, I want to turn that switch back on. I want my mind to be open again. And then you think of the need to open that mind to connect. To connect with what? To connect with what feels good. To connect with your inner strength. To connect with what you can be enjoying even in amongst situations or things in life that aren't going your way and don't feel good. So that you can have at least both simultaneously. So it isn't one or the other, all or nothing. It isn't everything great or everything sucks. Are you wondering how to get your mind open? Beyond being, so again, you start with being aware. The mind shut down, you need to open it. And then, and thinking of what opening your mind to does for you. That what you want to be connected to, you want energy, you want motivation, you want inspiration, you want confidence, you want to feel good, and you want optimism and to feel hope and encouragement and all this good stuff. The mind is opening back up. It's the curtain. You pull the curtain back and you connect to all those good feel things because you've removed the barrier. And the barrier is your mind being closed. Think of it as that term. It's closed, you open it. Now, there's training you can do for your mind. You can train your mind in a variety of ways to make this easier. But in general, just the idea of it and the awareness of it and then trying to do it, that's your starting point. And other parts of this series, I will go more in depth. I'll give you some more ways to help yourself open the mind. But to start with, just think of it, the mind's, it's a function that just kicked in, the mind shut down. Well, you switch it to a different function. You switch it to the function of being open and connecting with what you want to connect with. Enjoyment. Enjoying what you can. And one thing that helps too is a commitment to enjoy all you can. To being committed to enjoy what there is to enjoy in life. And you just use that as leverage, mental leverage, to open the mind up to connect with what feels good and to connect to enjoyment. Okay, and I'm sure you have questions. Put in the comments section any questions, comments about what I just shared about the mental shutdown reflex and needing to overcome it. You know, you can share challenges you've had, all right? And you can share, you try this, and there was something, it didn't quite work, you need a little more help. Something got in the way. Share that in the comment section. Or you can share your success too. Oh, I tried that. Accolon, I tried it. And I was able to open my mind and connect to what feels good. I was able to remove the barrier and then put color in the world again and connect to enjoyment. Share the victories, absolutely. Also, so subscribe. Hopefully this is helping you. And as I wrap up this part 3 here, like, share, subscribe to this channel, and put in the comment section requests for things you'd like me to speak to specifically. You know, give me topics you would like to see more about and would like me to help with. You matter. I care about you. I'm glad you're here getting some help, and get help from all sources you can. Stack the odds in your favor. Get help from everywhere you can. And remember, it's okay to need help, to want help, to ask for help, and to get help. All right, I'll leave you on that note. And as always, take care of yourself. You matter. I'll see you in the next video.